They want a retired army general to lead the interim government. They are plotting Rufai on Naira crisis. Wow. Rufai has come out again to indict or accuse Buhari's government of trying to or plotting a coup and to hand over the government to an interim government to be led by a retired army general. Now, wow. This was the allegation that FFK made against the military chiefs and Atiku Abubakar for having a closed-door meeting, and then the DSS invited FFK for interrogation. Okay, as if that is not enough, El-Rufai has made that accusation again out here, even after interrogating FFK, and he apologized. Now, El-Rufai has made that same allegation again. This is not a very good one. So let's hear El-Rufai what he's saying, whether he just want to create uproar or he really meant what he said. They also sought to achieve any one or more of the following objectives: create a nationwide shortage of cash so that citizens are incited to vote against APC candidates across the board, resulting in massive losses for the party in all the elections. They also want to ensure that the cash crunch is so serious, along with the contrived and enduring fear shortage existing since September 2022, that the 2023 election do not hold at all, leading to an interim national government to be led by a retired army general, sustain a climate of shortage of fuel, food, and other necessities, leading to mass protests, violence, and breakdown of law and order that will provide a fertile foundation for a military takeover. Can you imagine? Is it a fact or insinuation? We really need to be sure. Kaduna State Governor Nasser El-Rufai on Thursday insisted that the current scarcity of Naira notes as part of an alleged plot to disrupt the forthcoming general elections to ensure an interim government takes over the government. Can you imagine? The governor made the allegations in a state broadcast, claiming that the alleged that the development was meant to ensure that the presidential candidate of the ruling All Progressive Congress, Bola Tinubu, and other candidates of the party lose. He said it is important for the people of Kaduna State, and indeed Nigeria, to know that contrary to the public pronouncements and apparent good intentions, this policy was conceived and sold to the president by officials who completely lost out in the gubernatorial and presidential primaries of the APC in June 2022. I'm sure that will be referring to Emefiele and probably Tunde Bakari. Tunde Bakari now is tired, is back to his tent. Once Asiwaju Bola Tinubu emerged as the candidate in June 2022 and subsequently did not pick one of them as his running mate, this currency redesign policy was conceived to ensure that the APC presidential candidate is deprived of what they allege as a humongous war chest. Not only this APC actually has nothing to offer more than vote buying. So they also sought to achieve any one of more of the following objectives: create a nationwide shortage of cash so that citizens are incited to vote against APC candidates across the board, resulting in massive losses for the party in all the elections. Also ensure that the cash crunch is so serious, along with the contrived and enduring fear shortage existing since September 2022, that the 2023 elections do not hold at all, leading to an interim national government to be led by a retired army general. Also, they want to sustain the climate of shortage of fuel, food, and other necessities, leading to mass protest, violence, and breakdown of law and order that will provide a fertile foundation for a military takeover. Indeed, two of the presidential candidates and running mate of the opposition parties own or have preferred access to some of the licensed banks. For that reason, and by various clandestine arrangements, these politicians have access to hundreds of millions of these new notes, while the traders, merchants, students, and other citizens are queuing for days to withdraw a few thousand naira just to buy food and necessities or necessaries. Okay, within 2 to 3 weeks of implementation, it was clear to everyone that the architects of this policy can see that it is our people that are being affected and not the politicians. It is quite unfortunate that many politicians who either own banks or have privileged access to money are so insulated from the pains of Talakawa that they are recklessly endorsing a policy that is being badly implemented. The address by the president earlier this Thursday morning, limiting the legal tender status of old notes to only 200 naira note, amounts to total disregard and disobedience of the rule of February 8, which was extended further yesterday, Wednesday, by the Supreme Court. The misguided action of the Attorney General to mislead the president into engaging in this public violation of the order of the highest court of the land shows how desperate the policy architects are to cause national chaos by showing open contempt for the judiciary. The decision to recognize only 200 naira note as legal tender till April that the president announced this morning during his address was offered to the state government as part of proposals for an out-of-court settlement 3 days ago. Can you imagine? 3 days ago. So, so this is what Rufai is saying. I just hope that they will invite him for questioning because these allegations are very, very huge. He cannot just go to bed with that. That allegation is huge that they conceived that to achieve one or two of 3 or 4 things. One is to make sure that the naira scarcity continues so that the APC government and its candidates, APC candidates, will lose massively during the election. Also, the fuel shortage is meant to make sure that they create an atmosphere that will cause riot, and then they will hand over to an interim government to be led by a retired army general. Okay, and the interim government will sustain both the fuel crisis, the food shortage, and the naira shortage, so that the crisis is sustained, and that will pave way for military to do a coup and overtake the government, and it becomes a military system. I don't think military coup will be feasible again in Nigeria for now. So all of these are propaganda that all these APC governors are creating to create an atmosphere that looks like military wants to take over Nigeria, or Buhari has planned to hand over to military. Even though some of these rumors filtered out sometime last year, but it was debunked, and then the government also denied that they will not do anything nefarious, anything stupid to sabotage our nascent democracy. Okay, but this is what Rufai is alleging here. And let's see a comment here. Somebody say, Rufai, people are being killed daily in your domain, but the only thing you cared for is naira and power. God will surely disgrace you for this pretense. Yes, they are killing people in Southern Kaduna almost every time by terrorists under his nose, under his supervision. He's not saying anything. Under his nose there, they killed a Labour Party women leader. Okay, and he didn't do anything about it till tomorrow. So what is he coming out here to say? Somebody say APC fighting APC. God no sleep. God not the sleep. And that is treason. Yeah, so the declaration of, what is his name? Rufai is treason. Somebody say you are just being confused and desperate because all the money you and your cohort stole will remain useless. Buhari understands all that. That is true. That is true. The more the money they have stolen will remain useless in their hand. Somebody say, what's happening now is the hand of the Lord Almighty. Okay? You never see anything. Yet, let everybody go into prayer. Both Muslims and Christians, God is going to fight the battle. You see? Somebody say, whoa, you don't fail. You go steal another nonsense. God don't catch you now. So demons also fail. Or demons also wail, yeah? Because Rufai is also seen as a demon. So demons also wail. They wail now. When past power catch demon go wail. And he go jump, come on for the body where he possess. And so, so this allegation, I think I saw a publication from, I think Reno Mokri or no, not Reno. I think it's Dejade Anju, saying that Buhari. If Buhari does not arrest Rufai and then question him, then Nnamdi Kanu they should apologize to Nnamdi Kanu. Yeah, because the same thing that Nnamdi Kanu is saying is what Rufai is indirectly saying, indicting the government. Okay. Unfortunately, nothing is going to happen because he's one of their own. So this is what Rufai is saying, that they want a retired army general to lead the interim government that they are plotting. Okay, so let's have your own comment for sharing, and thank you for listening.